Happy holidays and welcome to the fourth edition of rebelin5 today at Axel Springer's Plug and Play Accelerator. And I'm here with CEO Jörg Rheinboldt. So I'm happy to have you, Jörg.
Thanks for having me, and happy holidays and a perfect 2018 for all of you.
So Jörg, you yourself founded a number of companies, most notably Alando, which became eBay Germany, then betterplace.org, a charity platform, Denkwerk, the digital agency. What have been your experiences from those ventures that you are now passing on to the startups?
So yeah, actually I founded a lot of things and co-founded, and the main takeaway is it's about the people. So what I always think is the most important first step is finding the right people to start a company with. And then obviously it also is important to start the right company and to have the right idea and the right business model and the right timing. But in the end, if you don't have the right co-founders, it will not work. And if you have the right co-founders, it can work very well.
What are you looking for in a startup that applies to the program?
So when we look at companies and try and decide if we want to invest into them, basically it's only 3 questions, but then you can go deeper in each question. The first one obviously is why you? Why is this the right team to build the company? How complete is the team? Who is missing maybe? And how do we agree with the team on how to fill the open spots in the team? And then we look at how the team interacts and if we see any yellow or red flags when we meet them in person, how they interact with each other. Because as I said, I think it's the team and the team dynamics and team chemistry is super important, especially in early stage companies. Second question is why this, where we ask all the questions about the model, about the conversion rates, about the system, the revenue streams, and we try to understand all the hypotheses of the team, and then we also try to understand, have they ever turned any hypotheses into real data, and the granularity in how they do it and how they test things, and if they have done something like that, helpful. If not, we just look at what is there. And then the third big question is the timing right? Because that's also very important, because not a good idea with a good team at the wrong time doesn't work. But when the timing is right, then it can work. And timing dimensions is not only like, is the market ready for this? It's also, is the investor community ready for this? Because all the investments we do are venture capital investments, so we want each company we invest into to be on the venture capital path. So for us, it's very important that they are able to raise the next financing round with investors that are not, who are not us, and then we co-invest.
Axel Springer Digital just announced that the partnership with Plug and Play will come to an end, and the new partner will be Porsche. So taking stock, looking back at the past 13 batches and over 100 startups, what are your key takeaways of that time that you've had together with Plug and Play?
Yeah, so first of all, I think it's important to note that Axel Springer Plug and Play is alive and kicking and will continue to invest into all the companies we have invested into already. So we have invested into 102 companies, 77 are very active. And we will continue to invest together with our partner Plug and Play and our shareholder Axel Springer. And I think if we would compare ourselves to a venture capitalist, Axel Springer Plug and Play would be our fund 1 that now moves on from doing early stage investments into portfolio development phase. And all the new investments we'll do with our new joint venture partner Porsche. And we are going to start doing this early next year. And we are super excited.
And Jörg, what's going to change then with your new partner Porsche?
Our focus of investment since day one, we have not been vertically focused. We always have been horizontally focused and always liked and still like to invest into digital customer-centric business models. And this will stay the same. I think what we will add is new layers of competency when it comes to everything related to mobility, everything related to certain aspects of lifestyle. And I think with Axel Springer and Porsche, we will be able to offer new ways to connect with interesting target groups that we have in our now new network.
So Jörg, finally, from your perspective, what are the differences in the VC landscapes, Europe versus US versus Asia?
For us, we have been focused on Europe pretty much, Europe and Israel. Maybe we'll be a little bit more looking at the US and China, because US, Axel Springer and Porsche both are active there. China is a big market for Porsche, and as Axel Springer we are also like looking at China now. So we'll see whom we can find. What will be still be the case is that our main focus will be here in Berlin. So all the companies we work with, we will invite them to come to Berlin, stay with us for 100 days, and then we will help them to like grow within the ecosystem that we can provide. Because of the different market sizes, the valuations of companies in the different markets are quite diverse. So in the US, the valuations of companies are a lot higher than here when they have like a certain market share there, obviously. And China is catching up super fast, very professional. Whenever I meet investors from China or startups from China, the market is so huge. I think it's super important for every founder in Europe to interact with Chinese founders and investors just to see what happens if you have a market this big. It's very, very, very important for like your mindset.